Pazartesi Türkiye saatler 0.17'yi gösterdiğinde adeta kabusla uyandı. Diyebiliriz ki kıyametin provasıydı. Gün yavaş yavaş ağarmaya başladığında resmen felaket kendini göstermeye başladı. Şimdi Gündoğdu Vakfı Başkanı Gökhan Gündoğdu'nun yanındayız. Kendisi okulunu tamamen depremzedelere açtı. O felaket gününden bu yana depremzedelerle birlikte yardım elini uzattı onlara. Şimdi onun yanındayız. Efendim hep tüm Türkiye'ye geçmiş olsun diyelim.
Hepimize geçmiş olsun. Allah bir daha böyle günler yaşatmasın ülkemize.
Evet, neler yaşandı o günden itibaren, neler yaptınız onları bir anlatabilir misiniz?
Pazartesi sabah ilk depremden sonra tüm ailemizle beraber okuldaki başkanlık katına geldik, bekledik durumu. Kontrol altına alınacağını düşündük. Artçılar devam etti biliyorsunuz. Çok üzücüydü hepimiz için. Bayağı stres dolu anlardı. Fakat öğlen bir sularında ikinci deprem olunca hemen okulun karşı tarafındaki bir bina çok ağır hasar aldığı için çökmesini gözlerimizle gördük. Şok ediciydi hepimiz açısından. Çocuklar, eşim, tüm buradaki arkadaşlar çok üzüldük. Hemen akabinde düşündük ne yapmalıyız diye. Çünkü diğer evlerin de yara aldığını, oturulamaz hale geldiğini gördük gözümüzde. Okul kampüsünün içine girince içeride yaşlıları fark ettim. Engelli insanları, lösemi hastası insanların buraya sığınmaya başladığını fark ettim. Biz de Turgut Özal Bulvarı ve Huzur Evleri, Türkmenbaşı Bulvarı'nın tam kesim noktasında, köşe noktasında bir yeriz. Bizim etrafımızda 800 bin kişi yaşıyor. 3,5 kilometre yarıçapta. Aklıma şu geldi, biraz sonra gece olacak, akşam olacak, bu insanlar nerede barınacak, nasıl olacak bu iş diye. Süleyman Valimizi aradım. Durumu izah ettim. AFAD'dan arkadaşlara durumu izah ettim. Buraya çadır kurulmasını onlar da uygun gördüler. AFAD 100 tane çadırı bize teslim etti. Akabinde kapalı spor salonunun içinde de 200-300 nüfusun barınabileceği bir alan yaratıldı. Özellikle vakıftaki gönüllü arkadaşlarıma, Gündoğdu'da çalışan arkadaşlarıma sonsuz teşekkür ediyorum. Devlet elinden ne geliyorsa yaptı. Fakat ilgili insanları başka yerlerde de ihtiyaç olduğu için hızlı gönderemeyebileceğinden dolayı arkadaşlarımızın insanüstü gayretleriyle beraber gece 23.30 sularında 100 tane çadır kuruldu vakıftaki emekçi arkadaşlar sayesinde. Tüm aileler içeriye yerleştirildi. Şu anda 1200'ün üstünde nüfusu barındırıyoruz sorunsuz bir şekilde, güvenli bir şekilde. Her türlü hijyen ihtiyaçları, yemek ihtiyaçları, barınma ihtiyaçları sağlanıyor sorunsuz, sıkıntısız bir şekilde. Üçüncü günümüz, bu kaç gün daha devam eder bilmiyorum ama biz en az bir 10-15 günlük daha bir hazırlık yapıyoruz kendi içimize. Bir kişi bile mağdur olmadan bize emanet edilen insanları güvenli bir şekilde.
Bu işin maliyeti var. Onu nasıl çözüyorsunuz?
Şöyle, ortalama günlük 150 bin lira paraya ihtiyacımız var. Yeme, içme, barınma, temizlik gibi. Şu anda devlet imkanlarını daha fazla zorlamamak için bunların hepsini vakıftan karşılıyoruz. Dün itibariyle de bir bağış kampanyası başlattık. Çünkü şu anda en büyük ihtiyaç güvenilir sıcak yemek. Sıcak yemek ve beslenmeyi de hafife almamak lazım. Şu yüzden insanlar yemek gönderiyorlar, erzak gönderiyorlar ama o yemeklerin güvenliği, erzağın kalitesi de ayrı bir sorun bizim için. Dolayısıyla biz bir kampanya başlattık. Bu kampanyada 500 TL'den 100 bin TL'ye kadar online hiçbir sorun sıkıntı olmadan bağışta bulunabilir vatandaşlarımız. Bu bağışlarla beraber de buradaki sıcak yemeği finanse etmeye çalışıyoruz ama bu paranın %90'ını bizim vakfımız kaynaklarından karşılıyoruz.
Peki vatandaşlar bağış yapmak isterseler hangi yolu izleyecekler?
Size biz bir link gönderelim lütfen. Belki yayınlarsınız. Metni de orada, linki de orada. Çok kolay bir şekilde evlerinden çıkmadan dünyanın her yerinden bu bağışı yapabilirler. Bizim buradaki vakıftaki gönüllü arkadaşlarımız da hızlı bir şekilde alanda onlara ulaştırırlar.
Siz aynı zamanda dünyayı da buraya, dünyanın gözünü de buraya çekmeye çalışıyorsunuz. Dış basınla görüşmeler sağlıyorsunuz. Onlardan da biraz bahsedebilir miyiz?
Evet, dün Sky News, İngiltere merkezli bir haber ajansından 7-8 dakikalık bir canlı yayına konuk aldılar bizi. Bölgedeki durumu aktardık. Bugün İsveç'ten 2 gazeteci arkadaşımız geldi. Onlara durumu aktardık. Şu anda alanı geziyorlar. Aynı zamanda yine bir İngiltere'den önemli bir haber ajansı da yarın röportaj yapmak istiyor. Tabii şu anda bizim üstümüze düşen en büyük vazifelerden bir tanesi, içinde bulunduğumuz durumu yabancı insanlara da en doğru, net bir şekilde anlatmamız gerekiyor. Onların anlayacağı üslupla, doğru bir dille, usulle anlatmamız gerekiyor. Bir yandan da o iletişim kampanyasını devam ettiriyoruz.
Peki dünyanın bakışı nasıl? Siz nasıl gördünüz dünyanın bakışını Türkiye'ye?
Bence herkes bize yardımcı olmak istiyor. Benim Washington'dan en az 4 tane arkadaşım aradı. İsveç'ten arayan var, İsrail'den arayan var, Yunanistan'dan arayan var. Bence bu deprem çok insani bir sonuç doğurdu herkes açısından. Biz el birliğiyle, dünyayı da yanımıza alarak, kendi birbirimize yardımcı olarak bu şeyi bir an önce atlatmalıyız. Elimizden ne geliyorsa yapmalıyız. Yani zaman şu anda, para harcayacaksak şu anda para harcayacağız, emek vereceksek şu anda emek vereceğiz. Hiç kimse bu meseleden tek başına sorumlu olamaz yani. Hep beraber yapacağız ve her şeyde gerçekten devletten beklememek lazım. Bizim de yapabileceğimiz, katkı koyabileceğimiz bir yığın şey var. Bu günleri el birliğiyle aşmamız gerekiyor.
Çok teşekkür ederiz.
Ben teşekkür ederim, sağ olun.
Public. Howard Johnson, BBC News.
Well, Dr.gökhangündoğdu is an entrepreneur and chairman of a foundation in his name. He's in Adana in southern Turkey. Thank you for talking to us. I just wonder if you can tell us what it was like for you 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday when the earthquake hit.
Thank you, Karen. Good morning. Greetings from Adana. It's one of the saddest days in our national history. We lost so many innocent life. On Monday, it was a horrible sound appeared first, and we were at our house with my wife and the kids, and it took so long. Then we drive up to the north of the city in one of our campuses, which we thought it's secure. And in 6th of February, the same day, we had the second hit. And after the second hit, there was a collapse of 14-story building just next to us. And the kids were horrified, all of us really in a fear state. And then since then, you know, we just try to survive.
So you mentioned that when that first earthquake hit, you left your house, you got your wife and children out, and you went to one of your school campuses, the campuses that your foundation runs, and you seem to immediately go into action mode to help people. Tell us what you did then.
Yeah, that's correct. After the second hit, 1 p.m. that day, I just realized this is going to be something major, and I did some phone calls with the governorship of Adana and you know, the Disaster and Emergency Management Center team, and I just asked 100 tents, and thanks God they sent us, and with 100 people, workers from our foundation and all of the volunteers around our neighborhood, we managed to build up 100 tents the same day by 11:30 p.m. and we start hosting over 1,000 innocent victims of earthquake the same day. And then the same day we were able to provide hot food for 2,000 people. And yeah, that day was a heroic action of all of our team and, you know, volunteers around us.
That is such an incredible story of how quickly you mobilised so many people and got all this set up. We were looking at pictures just then while you were talking of the tents, of the people helping and giving out supplies. Tell us how the situation was around you at that time and what was Adana like? How badly had it been hit?
Yeah, actually, it was uncertain moments. We had no idea what was going on. You know, therefore, we just wanted to focus on our needs, our neighborhoods, and we try to micromanage it, this crisis. And then we just realized, you know, it was not only Adana, it was, you know, 9 other different cities around us. It was really, really tough situation for us to digest this psychologically, physically, emotionally. So we had no idea what was going on. The only thing that we focus on to try to help all of these, innocent kids, women, sick people, old people, to try to at least spend the night safely. Yeah.
And tell us now, what is it like there now? What are you able to do for the children in particular? Because for them, the trauma just must be unimaginable.
Yes, for 2 days, our teachers at our foundation and our artists, we are also running a museum in Adana, Turkey. The artists who contributed that museums are running some classes for the kids. And we also have the team from Disaster and Emergency Management Center who are, supporting them psychologically, professionally. And I think the kids are in a better condition right now when I compare with them with the other cities' kid. Yeah.
And that must be frustrating and distressing for you that you cannot help everybody. You have limits, but I mean the needs must be absolutely huge. Do you feel that help is coming from all around the region, all around the world now? Does it seem like it's started to arrive?
That's correct. I think I'm grateful to all of our neighbors. I receive phone calls from Washington, D.C., Israel, Greece, Bulgaria, all around the world, my dear friends and who loves Turkey unconditionally. So we also start getting donations from all around nationally and internationally. And I deeply thank the international community and the Turkish community together on this, unprecedented event. Thank you. I think we are getting all sorts of help around the world right now.
Gökhan, just tell me, what is the near future, at least over the next few days, for the people who spent the nights in the tents that you set up, the people that you were giving meals to? Where do they go now?
Yeah, the people we are hosting right now most of them are the ones who lost their housing. They don't have anywhere to go. And until the 20th, the 21st of February, the schools hopefully are going to be operating in Adana. So we are going to be hosting them for another 10 days. But I think after 10 days, we're going to start building houses for them, or at least, send them to Antalya, Bodrum, the hotels. We're going to, make sure that they're going to have a safe place during this horrible time as a country, as a nation.
OK, Gökhan, we really appreciate you talking to us, and we hope to check in with you again. That is Gökhangündoğdu, who has a foundation called the Gündoğdu Foundation in Adana in Turkey, just talking about what he was able to do and his foundation was able to do in the immediate aftermath of the disaster, the 2 earthquakes that hit in one day.
And again, welcome back to southeastern Turkey, where the rescue effort is continuing behind me for people who were sleeping when the earthquake hit in the early hours of Monday morning. It is still a rescue effort. It isn't yet a recovery effort, although they've not had any good signs so far today. As you can see, they've brought in extra heavy lifting equipment, equipment that can do much more. I'll just move out of the way. Much more than what the rescue workers can do on their own. Joining us now from Adana is Gündoğdu, a local businessman who's helping with the aid effort in that city. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. What are you able to do? What have you been able to achieve so far?
Hello, Kay. Greetings from Adana. Good afternoon. It's one of the saddest days in our history. We lost so many innocent lives here in Adana too. And in 24 hours, we were able to put up over 100 tents. And now we are able to support over 1,000 people who were affected by this earthquake in Adana, Turkey, with our foundation and the volunteers in the city. in official cooperation with the Disaster and Emergency Management Center and Adana Governorship.
It's biting cold here. What are the conditions like where you are? How are people coping in a flimsy tent in this weather?
Yeah, last night was a long and cold night, and thanks God nothing happened. But our climate is better today. It's warmer today. The sun, we're out, and we had a hope, and we will have a hope. We're going to overcome this issue, I believe, in coming days. So, yeah, our situation, I believe, is a bit better than the situation in Maraş, Urfa, and the other cities.
How complex is it to set up a tented town, a tented city in such a short period of time?
It was actually amazing effort of our foundation and Adana Governorship, and also the Disaster and Emergency Management Center yesterday. In 2 to 3 hours we were functioning, and in 8 hours we were able to build up over 100 tents, and we were serving foods to over 1,000 people at the ground. And also today we had some kind of art workshop for the kids who were affected by the earthquake, this Adana earthquake, by some local artists.
How long do you expect people to have to live in tents?
I have no approximation, to be honest, but as long as they need us, we're going to be here to support them.
What can the international community do to help?
Currently, I think everybody is doing whatever they can do for all of us.
Yeah, food, water, more tents as well, of course. It's not the first time, of course, that Turkey has struggled with the after effects of an earthquake, but certainly
Dana,
this one worse than has ever been seen in living memory, really.
Could you repeat that for me? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine, not at all. It's very noisy where I am, as well as this heavy lifting equipment moves into place. More tractors coming as I'm speaking to try to claw away at that mangled wreckage behind to see if there are any hope of finding other people alive. I was asking about how this earthquake might compare to previous earthquakes that have affected Turkey.
Yeah, in 1996, I experienced the Adana earthquake, and yesterday I experienced two major ones in Adana. I think nothing is compared to this one. So we were lucky to be alive. I think it's going to have a significant effect on how we live, how we see the things as a country.
What is it like? Can you describe to us what it's like when an earthquake hits?
Yeah, I can give you two examples. One, in early morning, 4:30 a.m., you just hear an irritating noise in your bedroom, and you need to take your wife, your kids away, and you have no idea what to do. So all you can do is just get into your car and start driving. And thanks God we were lucky. We had schools, we had campuses to go and to stay. And then you just see the people are out and they need help and they have no idea how to get organized. So you all of a sudden you just realize it's going to be over soon. But I don't know in how many million years it happened. But the second earthquake hit, we were together as a family at my office, and we just thought it's going to be something aftershock, but when we realized it's the second major hit, we were devastated because it was like endless story. And last night was one of the longest night, and it was a sad night. So I'm really confused by emotionally and logically. You know, there are all sorts of people out there that we need to help out. We need to take care of our family. And I don't know, these two earthquakes really, made us really sad and confused.
2 earthquakes in just a matter of hours, more than 100 tremors, some of them significant. There have been more today as well, of course, as we know. What impact does that have on you wanting to sleep or letting your family out of your sight?
To be honest, as a human being, you just realize how lucky we all are to just able to breathe and to see another day. As of this morning, when I see the sun out, I just had full of hope. You know, just a couple hours earlier, we had no chance to sleep, all kinds of, negative emotions. And all of a sudden, in the morning, everything become positive again. I think it's just a human nature, how we perceive life. So, as a human being, I just feel lucky, and I just pray for all of those people who need help right now. And I think all the rest of the world needs to pray for them, including me.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us. I completely understand the mental, emotional, physical challenges that you're going through at the moment. So I do appreciate you taking the time. Thank you. Let's bring in Chris Lyons.